have selected. So I've selected VLC, so it's currently showing.
Oh no, you had it good. You got to sit around eating bonbons, watching people you loved wither and die and get wrapped in hefty bags and dumped in a mass grave with no funeral or gravestone or nothing. Yeah, we got a golden ticket, didn't we? It's like the fucking 80s all over again. Oh no, you had it good. But what I want to know, sit around eating bonbons, watching people you loved wither and die and get wrapped in hefty bags and dumped in a mass grave with no funeral or gravestone or nothing. Yuppie scum millennial helicopter mom refusing to give a kid a goddamn measles shot. It's like the fucking 80s all over again. I hate those morons. But this ain't measles. And that ain't the way the world works. And it ain't Ebola or Marburg. It didn't evolve in bat shit some monkey ate before some idiot ate the monkey. No. I tell you where it came from. It came from a lab. This is some designer shit, people. Somebody cooked this up on purpose. And maybe it got out by accident, or maybe they let it out on purpose. But either way, if you don't think the federal government is involved in some fucked up way or other, then A, you don't have my sources, designer shit, people. Somebody been comatose for the last 60 years. And maybe it got out by accident, or maybe they let it out advantage for people who love power in a situation like this, right? If you don't think the federal government is involved in some fucked up way or other, then A, you don't have my sources, designer shit, people. Somebody been comatose for the last 60 years. Think. back with Uncle Rick and Wouldn't You Know It podcast and pirate radio. Now everybody knows that's like the cops and the firefighters, EMTs, National Guard, reservists, doing what they can to keep some semblance of civic order, keeping things from totally falling to shit. Like the puppets say, those are the people in your neighborhood, they're us. But they ain't the only ones out. You ever hear of a little thing called National Security Presidential Directive 51? No? You wouldn't have. Not the sort of thing they put on the front page of the Post. No, Directive 51 is more your basic secret government takeover plan type deal to provide what the spooks refer to as continuity of government. Doesn't sound so scary, does it? Until you find out how it works. Which is they got clandestine government agents embedded among us. And when Directive 51 goes out, those agents get activated. Our government has sleeper cells in our own goddamn country. NSA types who look and sound like you and me until their on switch gets flipped. And then what? They start rounding people up? Putting them in camps? Executing us? I don't know, but the thing is, nobody knows. I mean, martial law is undemocratic, but at least it's transparent. Who these people are, what they're up to, it's also top secret. Even the president probably doesn't know the details. Plausible deniability, folks. Plausible fucking deniability. Home of the free? My ass. What they're up to, it's also home of the free, my ass.
You brought the cold in with you. It fills the room. There's a darkness in you. If we talk this over, will you tell the truth? Can you picture forever? Just say yes, and I won't go. Don't leave me standing all alone. 'Cause the heart we shared and the time we spent, don't think you'll find a love like this again. Just say yes. There's a storm above you, dark clouds loom. Will it clear when I'm near you? I know there's warmth within you. It used to fill the room. It was summer forever. Just say yes, and I won't go. Don't leave me standing all alone. 'Cause the heart we shared and the time we spent, don't think you'll find a love like this again. Just say yes, just say yes, and I won't go. Don't leave me standing all alone. 'Cause the heart we shared and the time we spent, don't think you'll find a love like this again. Just say yes, I won't go.
Rick Valassi, constant listener, coming at you once again with Wouldn't You Know It. Hope folks are holding up okay in your neighborhood or containment zone or whatever the hell they're calling it this week. Only chance we got is if we all come together on this help each other out. We're New Yorkers, that's what we do. Remember that. Because we're gonna be tested. Bad enough some idiot thinks a time like this is nothing but a golden opportunity to steal shit. And I don't mean food or medicine, I'm talking about stuff they don't even use. I mean, who the fuck needs a goddamn flat screen right now? But it's about to get worse. Apparently, the screws of the jail on Rikers Island are either dead, or they gave up and went home. Some idiot thinks a time like this is nothing but a golden opportunity to steal shit. The inmates are loose, and they're pouring across the river into the city, even as we speak. Now, don't misunderstand, I'm not saying everybody in there is an axe murderer. Most of them are waiting on trial for possession. Hell, even I spent a night or two in there in my youth. But look, the harmless ones are gonna head for home. It's the hard time, hardcore we gotta worry about. Those cats gonna take some serious advantage of things. So stay safe out there, New York. Keep your doors locked. And if you see any of those Rikers people, steer clear of them. You hear me? Be smart. Be smart.
Your love is like a fire, 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 fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, 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 higher. You're turning me up, oh, oh. I see the words on the wall in my future. I'm losing my voice, making noise I'm not used to. I try not to fall when she calls like a loser. I know she was made for my heart. She's taking my heart again. 1,000 miles for that body, 1,000 miles for those curves, 1,000 miles for that hottie, 1,000 miles to go first. She's burning up, burning up, burning up, just turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Your love is like a fire, 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 fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, 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 higher. You're turning me up, oh. Your love is like a fire, fire, fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, higher, higher. You're turning me up, oh. Got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I just can't take it. She's breaking my focus. I'll go down and pay for the girl 'cause she's gorgeous. I know she was made for my heart. She's taking my heart again. 1,000 miles for that body, 1,000 miles for those curves, 1,000 miles for that hottie, 1,000 miles to go first. She's burning up, burning up, burning up, just turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Your love is like a fire, 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 fire. Your love is like a fire, 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 fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, 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 higher. You're turning me up, oh. Your love is like a fire, fire, fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, higher, higher. You're turning me up, oh. Your love is like a fire, fire, fire. You're burning me up, oh. And I just wanna take you higher, higher, higher. You're turning me up,
New York, you are listening to Rick Valassi, and wouldn't you know it, the tri-state area's favorite pirate radio podcast. Probably its only pirate radio podcast. Now, we the Joint Task Force is made up of city cops and first responders. They've made a pretty big difference in a lot of neighborhoods since this whole crazy mess got started. But just like food, water, sanity, and clean underwear, the JTF are a handy resource we just don't got enough of. And you know what they say? Nature abhors a vacuum. And my sources tell me somebody's trying to step into that breach. Somebody military. I'm talking PMC people, private military company types, who get sent into Manhattan to protect the rich folk stuff and found themselves trapped here with the rest of us. So, did they pitch in and play nice? Hell no. These last man battalion U-Botses and their CO, some knucklehead named Bliss, decided Manhattan died and made them king. And since they got guns and the tanks and their shiny uniforms, they're taking their nickel and dime fascist bullshit to the streets. Our streets. And if you're in their territory and don't play by their rules, you're screwed. And by the by, you listen to those loudspeaker trucks that loudmouth Bliss keeps running up and down the streets? It's pretty clear he's thinking bigger than just Manhattan. So, if you see anybody in fatigues and Ninja Turtle gear, you let me know. We got a fire in the line, New York. You stay safe. Hey, New York, it's your Uncle Ricky. We need to talk. 'Cause I'm afraid I'm starting to lose it. This shit I'm hearing, well, let's just say it sounds more like something out of an airport paperback than real life. And no, I cannot believe I just referred to our present state of post-biological terrorism apocalypse as real life. Okay, so I have not yet been able to confirm this firsthand, but I have reports of groups of people in containment suits roaming the city with flamethrowers, burning any and all evidence of virus contamination. Properties, bodies. Green poison's been there, they're lighting it up. Yeah, I hear all sorts of theories on who's responsible. Some say city workers like, I don't know, sanitation or something. I also heard government scientists, like the DCD cleaning up its mess. These nut jobs are apparently covered head to toe in hazmat gear with homemade flamethrowers. Now, maybe it's fucking aliens at this point, I believe anything. I know how it sounds. Like I've been saying, paranoia is the only sane response to the last few weeks. I'm trying to chase down something concrete, and when I do, you'll be the first to know about it. Just keep your eyes open, NYC. And remember, just because you're paranoid, don't mean they ain't out to get you. Good morning, New York. Or evening. I can't tell, and to be honest, I don't care. Could be 4 a.m. for all I know. What I do have is a little more info on that Directive 51 stuff. So, remember I was talking about the sleeper agents embedded across America? All thanks to the ultra-classified Directive 51 signed by the President? Turns out some of them have already been activated and were secretly supervising the initial treatment operations. You remember that lovely cattle pen they sent sick people to? And nobody ever came out? Well, when the shit hit the fan in there, all the agencies bugged out. JTF, National Guard, everybody. And the sleeper agents? Your guess is as good as mine. Now these people were what the directive refers to as the first wave. Why'd they call them the first wave? Because they got a second wave embedded right behind them. That's right, New York. You thought the fun was over, but no. You get a whole new bunch of faceless government overlords to deal with. And the best part is you don't even know who they are. They could be your neighbor, your coworker, your cousin, your brother-in-law, your fucking grandmother for all I know. Hell, you could be one yourself and not even know it. That's how deep they're buried.